Y'all, when this story hit last year, I didn't even open the story. I didn't watch the videos on it because it was just too hard and I could not imagine the pain that that mother was going through. But we're going to talk about this today. This was released on The Guardian. Death of Georgia baby decapitated during delivery ruled a homicide. They lied to us. We just want justice for our son, says the father of Travion Taylor Jr., who died at the hospital in South Atlanta last year. The death of a baby who was decapitated during delivery was ruled a homicide by a Georgia medical examiner's office. The baby died last July after a physician allegedly applied so much force attempting to free the child from the woman's birth canal that the child's spine was completely severed. The finding by the authorities appears to confirm allegations made by the family's attorneys in a lawsuit filed last August against the hospital. We just want justice for our son, said Travion Taylor Sr. at a press conference on Wednesday in Atlanta. The baby was named Travion Taylor Jr. after his father. They lied to us. They ain't let us touch him. We didn't like it. We want justice for our son. It was the first time the baby's father has spoken publicly. The baby's mother, Jessica Ross, was too distraught to speak at the press conference. Tragically, during her delivery, the baby was decapitated, said Dr. Roderick Edmond, an attorney on the family's legal team. Ross went to the hospital, Southern Regional Medical Center, about 13 miles south of downtown Atlanta, last July, with the full expectation of having a healthy baby. Instead, Ross suffered early rupture of her membranes, and later her baby was trapped in the birth canal of a shoulder dystocia, a condition where the baby's shoulder becomes lodged behind the pubic bone. The baby was decapitated as a result of the complication of the shoulder dystocia, but the standards of care are very, very simple for how to treat it, Edmund said, involving mechanism maneuvers and, if needed, a C-section. So, shoulder dystocias affect up to 2% of deliveries. After the complications became apparent, the mother and child were taken into surgery for a C-section. Edmonds said it is unclear whether the baby was already deceased when Ross was taken to the operating room. Clayton County medical examiner ruled the child's death a homicide caused by a severing of the C1 and C2 cervical spine vertebrae, two of the uppermost bones in the neck, according to a press release provided to The Guardian. Attorneys for the family emphasized that it was a broken neck, not a relatively common labor complication that caused the baby's death. The cause of death, again, was the baby's neck was broken. The doctor was applying excessive traction on the baby's neck. This is something that is clearly contraindicated. Despite the shocking facts behind the baby's death, attorneys for the couple said they were most disturbed by the hospital's reaction to the case. The family was not allowed to touch or hold their deceased child and was only allowed to see the baby behind a pane of glass. In my opinion, the most offensive aspect of this case lies in the cover up, said Edmond. The hospital failed to tell this couple the details and the specifics of what happened, said a free autopsy was available, and tried to encourage the couple to get the baby cremated. They tried to cover it up so this family wouldn't get answers and try to hold them accountable. I've dealt with dozens and dozens of cases of fetal death and fetal demise, said Edmond. It is normal and right for the parents to say, I want to see my baby, I want to hold my baby, I want to touch the baby's fingers. When the hospital did allow the family to see the child, they wrapped the baby tightly in a blanket, propped the baby's head up on a blanket, basically making it look like there was no decapitation. Once again, defrauding and lying to the young couple. The Clayton County medical examiner said its office was only notified of the decapitated child by a funeral home who thought it was unusual. The medical examiner's office was not already involved. The medical examiner's office has involved the police in the investigation, and the case may be referred to the district attorney's office for prosecution. A representative for the Southern Regional Medical Center could not be immediately reached for comment. The hospital told CNN on Tuesday it was unable to comment because of pending litigation. This is hard because we already know that Black women get subpar care in this country. And the reason why I had such a hard time, um, with this story is because I know how we are treated, how our care is just mishandled, how our care in this country for so long has been taken for granted based on sexism and racism based in the medical community, that we can take more pain. And I just cannot imagine, because I'm a mother myself, the pain and agony of, being excited to meet your child only to have a dead child. I couldn't imagine. And this story was just as hard to get through as I imagined it would be. And I know that that poor mother, I mean, obviously, she is going through all kinds of emotions, and we really deserve better in this country. And I really hope that those people are held accountable, because, what they do in labor and delivery, and sometimes what these doctors do to Black women, is unconscionable. All right, you guys, go ahead, weigh in. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.